Hey guys, so the babies are now 2 weeks old, which means today is clean out day, their first one, and so they've come out in the playpen to have a bit of an explore outside of the cage, and also so we can clean it, of course. So Kutch is out here as well, just because obviously you don't want to be separating mum from pup, she'll freak out a bit. But they're pretty independent now anyway, they're eating solid foods, drinking water, they're still drinking a bit from mum every now and then, but overall they're pretty independent and they're taking good care of themselves, which is great. Their eyes are fully open and they're walking really well. When their eyes are fully open, that's when it's safe to start handling them and to start taking them out of the cage and just spending a bit more time with them. So you've been asking how many hamsters I have and what colours I have, so I'm just going to show you all of them. We had a litter of 6 and they are the sweetest. We have 3 pieds and I'm going to show you those. This is one of our pieds. They're recessive pieds. And this little one has the typical hat, cape, bun patch, which, just like his mother, hat, cape, bun patch. She's going a bit mental over there. She's fine though, she'll calm down in a moment. So that's just a typical recessive pied. We have another one over there who's going a bit mental as well, running around with its mum, who is not quite as normal as you'd expect a recessive pied to be. He just has one line of colour down his back. There's no separation. Not really the kind of colour you'd breed from. Not a great example of a pied, but still so beautiful. The last pied we have is in there, and again his colouring's a bit off. He's got the head patch and the cape, but he doesn't have a bum patch. His cape and his bum patch are joined up. So again, not a standard pied colouring, but still very beautiful. Over to our head spots. Now we can't tell these two apart. They are absolutely gorgeous. I think they're both boys. I've been trying to sex them, but it's a little early on now to determine what's what. So that's why we wait until they're about 3 or 4 weeks old. So these two are pretty much identical. Their head spots are the same. They're both black and brown, and they're around about the same size. And they're very quirky little characters. Now this little feisty thing is also a head spot. I did explain this one to you in the other video, but I'll explain it again. What are you doing, circles, sweetheart? She's a head spot, but so she's got the full genetic structure of a head spot Roborovski. However, something in her genetics has caused her head spot not to show. The only reason we know she's a head spot and not a pure white is because you can't get pure whites in this litter combination. A Kutch is a recessive pied, and Tatty the father is also a hidden head spot. Now we didn't find that out until we realised there were pieds in the litter, which meant he had to be a hidden head spot. And from a litter of head spot to recessive pied, you can only get head spots and pied. So she has to be, just like her father, a hidden head spot. It's a bit confusing. I'd like to do a video on genetics actually soon, just to give some people a little bit of an idea on it. So hopefully I'll get a chance to do that at some point. But for now, that's my short explanation of it. Oh, she's so cold. Another question you've all been asking is, am I keeping any? And yes, I am. I'm keeping the little hidden head spot because I was quite surprised when she turned up in the litter. So I'd like to keep her to do a bit of research into how hidden head spots come to be. It's very interesting that her father's a hidden head spot and we got a hidden head spot out of that litter. So I want to see if I can breed hidden head spots out of her as well. So she's going to be my little pet. She probably won't ever be a showing hamster, but she's going to be a pet and a breeding hamster, and I think she's going to do great. She's got a lovely personality. She can be a bit feisty, but she's an absolute doll at heart. We're also going to be keeping one of the head spots. Don't know which one yet. I'd like to keep a male, and it seems like they're both male, which is a good thing, obviously, because it means I get more of a choice. So we'll just decide at the time. The reason I'd like to keep a male is because I want to put one in with Tatty to keep him company. So he's got one of his sons living with him, which will be lovely for him, so he doesn't have to be on his own. And the head spot that I decide to keep will go into the bobtail breeding program, and will be helping with the white line, the pied whites lines that I'm breeding. I know the next question you're all going to be asking me is what I'm planning on naming them. Obviously I don't have any definite names because I want to double check their sexes. I'm pretty certain that this little one is a female though, so if anyone wants to suggest any names, feel free to. I can't promise that I'll choose them, but it'd be nice to have some suggestions. I was thinking of naming her Zelda after the Nintendo character, because she's a bit of a princess, but she's also a bit of a mischief maker, and I kind of like the name Zelda for that personality. I do love sort of the retro Nintendo names, so any suggestions from them, that would be great. Be fabulous. So we've cleaned out the cage now, and as you can see we've got the new bedding in there, and everyone's pretty happy. We've got some new toys now the babies are old enough to play with things. It's a lot tidier than it was, which I'm so glad of because I was getting really annoyed with how messy it was. So I'm really chuffed. Now, there's Kutch having a wander round, and all the babies are tucked up inside there, happy and safe. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed spending a little bit of time with the babies and getting to know a little bit about them. I'm definitely going to be continuing updates. I'm working on getting a live web stream of them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, rate, subscribe. Give us a thumbs up, guys. You know you want to. You know you love the babies. And let me know if there's any other videos you want me to make. I'll see you next time. Bye bye, guys.